Are you confident and ready to hit the beach this summer? If you're not, we have health expert Heather Doney here with us. She's with Mary to learn more about workouts to get ready for the summer beach season. Hey, Mary.
Yeah, Lincoln, I showed her my health plan. The Reese's Easter eggs, they're the best. But no, I'll put them on the table over there. You don't have to join a gym. You don't have to pay big money. You can do some exercises at home to get in beach shape.
Yes, absolutely. We always think that we have to go and have an expensive membership or have all this expensive equipment, and we can do so much at home with even out equipment that to get our bodies moving and just get in shape.
Okay, give us an example.
Okay, so I like a mix of cardio, strength, and stretching.
Okay.
So for cardio stuff, literally you can just be doing side step. You're watching TV, just turn on a show and just sidestep here. You can do little kickbacks here, just moving, that'll kind of stretch these quads a little bit. You can do little grapevines, turn on some music and dance. You've got your little knee pulls here that will actually activate your core as well.
Okay, I've heard that, like leg kicks, any kind, and then knee pulls. But if you're also doing something up above, you're strengthening your core.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So if you're pulling that down and then lifting the leg at the same time, you're gonna pull that core.
So you'll have a six-pack in like.
Just weeks. No.
But like you said, you're combining it with cardio. Keep going.
Yes.
Don't do it until you're just out of breath. Keep going.
Yeah, keeping that heart rate up. That's what you want for cardio. I would try and keep your heart rate up for 10 to 15 minutes even if you can. But like I teach a cardio dance class and it's an hour long. So it's, we're kind of going like this with our heart rate because we'll stop in between and things like that. Yeah.
Okay, but what's next?
So then after cardio, if you want to do any type of strength, you do want to do strength training for our muscles. We want to, especially women, right? We lose that muscle really quickly.
Yep.
And we want to protect those. Yes, exactly. So it protects our bones. And we're both grandmas now. So
I can't believe you are.
But we want to be able to lift our grandkids, be able to play with them. So doing these strength training things, you and I were just talking about this. Just squatting while you're brushing your teeth. Just do 10 squats. Make sure that your form is good. You want to make sure that your glutes are going back, that your knees are over those ankles, and that your knees are tracking over the second and third toes.
I actually hold the counter a little bit because I don't want my knees to go too far over my feet.
And
so you can lean back a little bit.
You'll hurt your knees. But you can do lunges as well. Lunges can be a little bit harder on the knees. So I always just tell people to just be really careful with those. But your goal is to come down to 90 degrees with those knees, pushing through that front heel so that will activate the glute back here. So you can just be doing those, while you're watching a show.
Some do walking lunges, and those might be a little tougher on your knees.
Yeah, I would be a little more careful with stuff like that, especially if you have any weight with you, if you add extra weight.
Yeah.
So, but think about your muscle group. So kind of maybe, you have your legs there, so then you can go to, your arms, and I've got my little dinky weights here, but
that works though, right? I've heard using like cans of soup.
Yes, and water bottles,
out of the
right?
pantry.
So just do, like if you want to add just a little bit of weight, just
keep your elbows tight.
making sure, you want to be right next against those ribs with those bicep curls. And you don't extend all the way here because that'll hyperextend your elbows.
Okay.
So we stop a little bit there, we stop a little bit, a few inches.
And that isolates it right there on the bicep.
Yes, right on that bicep.
Triceps. How do you get rid of the lunch lady arms?
Surgery. No, just kidding. So,
cardio.
Yeah, cardio and both with the strength training. So that tricep, you can just do little things that you can just pulse back with your weights, even just like this. There's overhead extensions. So grabbing the hands, coming up overhead, and just bringing your hands. You don't even have to have a weight here. Just squeeze your palms together, and then if you can keep the elbows towards the front of your body, that'll isolate the back of the arm a little bit more.
Okay.
There's tricep push-ups, sitting up against a chair, and making sure those elbows stay back. You can even just sit on a chair and just pulse like this without your feet out. Because sometimes
that puts more weight. Okay.
So if you're just starting out, just sit on the edge of a chair and just barely kind of like do that with your arms.
Okay, and cardio helps, but building muscle helps burn fat.
It does. Yes, it does. Yeah, and I think we were told, right? Cardio. Yeah. That's what we were told in the 90s. And now we're way more focused on strength training because that's really where you're going to see the longevity of your body and your muscles.
I've always hated running. and the cardio. But when you combine it with circuit training, it's like it sneaks up on you.
Right.
You're getting cardio done even though you think you're just lifting weights.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But keep it going.
Yes, keep it going. And so then, stretching at the end of everything. So
Okay.
I love, there's some really gentle yoga classes that you can do. Everyone thinks that yoga is like this, downward dog and all the things,
Yeah.
and they are, but there's also one called yin yoga. So it's gentle stretching so you hold a gentle pose for 2 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
So say you were in a child's pose, right? So you're down on the ground here, you bring your hips back, your hands down, elbows, your head's between the elbows, and you're going to stretch everything through there.
It stretches everything back.
Stretches everything there. So make sure you're
lower
getting
back.
that stretching in. With cardio, you can go walking every day. It doesn't have to be crazy. Strength training, I would say 2 to 3 times a week, and then the stretching every day, really. But if you wanted to do like
that,
a full
and
class.
you'll look like Heather. No, she has some great tips on eating healthy and a bunch of other things that you have on your
My
Instagram
lifestyle
page.
Yeah, it's the Heather Doney, and yeah, I share lots of different things on there. So
Okay, you'll
enjoy
look like
me.
this as a grandma. Okay.